Yo, welcome to the 20th edition of the Transparency Podcast. Wow. I go by the name of Big O, and I got my co-host here, Moody. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm cool. I'm good. God is great. You know what I mean? It's always a blessing. Each day is one.
Definitely a blessing. How was your week, man?
Oh, man, the week was productive. Really productive week. Got some good things done. Had some really good podcasts done this week. Looking forward to just continue to build. It's a really good week.
Definitely. It's always a great day to build. You know what I mean? So today we're going to get into what is the boundaries of women allowance of a man to be a man.
That's big.
But I can't wait to talk about it, man.
That's real.
It's gonna be some sisters, man. But it is what it is.
Hey, man, we gotta give a perspective.
Just a perspective.
We're here to be transparent.
It's all love. But before we get in this topic, because I know they sliding up in the chair and everything like that. You know what I mean? Like listening. What do we have coming up at the Content Complex, bro?
Man, we've been doing a lot of awesome stuff at the complex, man. This week we actually had a dope photo shoot with Sony Marie. I am Naya Monet. We got connecting with, of course, some good people that's really rocking with us. Shout out to Boss Lady. Shout out to Bossy Gang. We got some good things coming up as far as just content. We got some shows coming up. We got some skits, some reality, real life shows and scenes coming up here. I'm not going to, give names and everything as far as the name of it and the titles, but it's a lot of stuff that's coming up, you know what I mean, for that. Also, we got some influencers, influencer connection day on the 16th. That's this month, next Saturday. This Saturday coming up. Yeah. So if you are a, creator or artist, comedian, model, come to the Content Complex.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short.
Yes, we will be here. Doing a lot of good creative stuff, linking up, creating good content, looking to see if anyone wants to be a part of some of the up and coming projects we got going on. So make sure y'all.
That's 2 Saturdays in a row, right?
Yeah, actually, we have that Saturday, and then the 24th is actually another one as well. So we're going to be doing back-to-back Saturdays. So, we got more videos also coming up that we're going to be doing, shooting here at the Content Complex. So if anybody wants, available, if anybody needs or wants some shine or wants to be a part of what we're doing here, want to get some promotion done, some photo shoots done, we are here, man, at 9405 Liberty Road, Randallstown, Maryland. And, man, you can check us out. Google us, Content Complex. We got the Facebook page, Content Complex, Instagram page, the Content Complex. So we just doing a lot of awesome stuff, man. Of course, we do podcasts here. Shout out to all the podcasts we produce here from To Be Creative, Choose to Talk. We also, of course, Transparency Podcast. We got some more podcasts coming up that we're going to be producing. So shout out to Global Streets Media, too. I just posted a Global Streets Media. Yeah. Man, I just posted a promo for Global Streets Media. If you check that out, it's on my page. Moody is the greatest. Also, Chad's Moody Media. You can follow me on Instagram as well. So, we got a lot going on, man.
Definitely got a lot going on. And I got to say, I'd be remiss to say this. Stop having all those talent shows in your car or talent shows in your shower or talent shows in front of nobody. You know what I'm saying? You got the talent. You can write. You're funny. Use it. Mm-hmm. Come here to the Content Complex.
For sure.
And do your thing. Show out.
For sure. Already.
No doubt, man. So now let's get to the meat and potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it's disconnects in relationships. And everyone around it could suffer. Not just the two parties involved. It's very uncomfortable to see a person you love fight without trying to jump in and help. You know what I'm saying? Remember one of your friends getting beat up in school or something like that. You like, man, I can't, so you want to jump in and help. But it's also very uncomfortable to see someone you love cry. And always, and the only way you can help is to encourage with words. I mean, I have faith. But truly, for me, I know about fate too. it's extremely difficult to decipher between the two. So it gets very uncomfortable to tell someone it will be okay, and you really don't know the outcome. You can sit there and think it's okay, or keep saying, oh, it's going to be good, it's going to be good, but how do you know?
Have faith.
Imagine going to go visit a loved one in prison, and you telling them it's going to be all right. You're hoping and praying your perspective is the truth, but the truth is you're not the judge, and unfortunately, you're not on jury duty that week. So how do you know? It's two sides to two stories. I mean, it's two sides and two stories. And the truth. Even in this podcast, only accurate depiction is to refer to a video that we're posting or download the stream. Bro, we can try to recite word for word, but we'll miss a story and big points. We have different views. And that's on a smaller scale. We're not perfect. We can only try to look perfect on the outside, but on the inside, we have PTSD, a lump sum of brokenness, daddy issues, mommy issues, unexpected deaths, being raped, being a veteran of rejection, being so hurt to the point you're numb. And I truly believe this is the type of stuff that's crippling relationships. The wall is up. No doors in sight. Cameras everywhere. Maximum security facility. No access granted until she's comfortable. Which leads me to this title. What's the boundaries of a woman's allowance for a man to be a man? My personal experience from dating and conversing and having a bunch of female friends, I believe their pain is valid, just dispersed in the wrong directions. Man, it's tough.
You gotta let that one breathe.
Yeah, you gotta let it breathe.
Let that one breathe for a second.
Trust. The trust isn't there now because you going out with friends mean you're going out to go see some hoes. The love isn't fully there because she's afraid that if she gives you a heart, it's a possibility that you'll return it back to sender. But when you turn it back to sender, it's fractured, broken into pieces.
Damn, wow, that's major.
It's like a tornado effect. Ripped into pieces, ripped into shreds. And now, I mean, you see what the hurricanes did and tornadoes have done to communities, to homes, to families. Devastation.
Broken.
It is so many layers. I can write a book, but I'll just bring in my co-host to talk about this, bro.
Man.
What you got for me?
Man, oh man. Wow. Yo, I think that the most important point I think, you were saying on that is the heart that some of women and men, women do go through a lot of heartbreak.
Yeah.
And it can be from different things, and it sometimes it gives them a barrier, a wall, a defensive mechanism, a surviving mechanism, a way to get through life, because, women aren't as cherished as they once was back in the day, I would think, I mean? I think, I don't know if it was between the 80s, 90s, 2000s, who knows when. I mean, I don't know. I know as I was coming up, I've seen a lot of heartbreaking women, women cry. We've been through, a lot of stuff as young men, seeing women go through things. My mother went through stuff. Keep it 1,000.
Absolutely.
Keep it, transparency as possible. Transparent as possible. I always say that too. Keep it transparency. But
well, you kind of keeping it. I know it's a serious topic right now, but you're keeping it transparency because you're on the Transparency Podcast, bro. Come on.
So it's like we know women go through, man, and we just want to see them, blossom, learn, and grow. And sometimes it's difficult for them to do that because they don't give themselves all to us.
They don't. They don't.
They don't give us the unconditional love and feeling that they say. Of course, unconditional is one thing. We use that, but it's really about letting a guard down, being open, speaking, and we don't probably do well with allowing them to do that. To be honest, we don't really give them the space to do that. You know what I mean? So it's it does go hand in hand. Yeah. So I mean, all the women that's out here listening that can probably attest to that. But just us from seeing it so much, I think for them to be open to us, speak to us, give us their heart, not give us their body, not give us their body. Yeah. Because that seems like it's more easy to give. The flesh, they give us that all. They do. You know what I mean? To keep it 100, they do. But they rarely tell us about their life and what they've been through. What we can do to help them about these things. So man, it's difficult for us to really have a relationship when women have such a guard up.
The pressure, like how you just said, because the pressure of them having to give their body up. They think, I'm not saying all women, but it's pressure. Like, say for instance, you're a woman and you're a virgin, or you're a born again Christian, or what I'm saying, you are not having sex until you are completely ready. So you go out on a date, and like right now it's competition. I mean, it sucks, but it's not a lot of guys that's going to be patient, and it sucks. I mean, really think about it, because again, us as men, some of us are hurt too. Yeah. And the last thing we want to do is to get tied down to someone else, and next thing you know, we hurt again. We vulnerable again. So now we're going around and having fun. Some people we just look at, have fun with. And I'll be the first to admit, I apologize to the people that, I mean, I was straightforward, but the people that I had, like, just had fun with, or, I'm a piece of their brokenness. Yeah. I know so. Yeah. Because if you look at what I have now, and I'm not the person that I was before, not saying like I was a super dirtbag. I mean, like I said, I did keep it 100, or keeping it a stack, keeping it a thou wow.
Keep it a thou wow.
Keeping it a thou wow. Another
Shout
plug.
Out to Keep It a Stack podcast.
But I was honest, bro. I was honest. Like, I'm not, like, I told people I was hurt, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to hurt, and, but
man,
it's a lot.
And I was just thinking, I don't know if it's a cultural thing, for us as Black people to be so open and feel like we're not going to be judged so much, because it's difficult for us to do that a lot, and for me, growing up, I probably didn't have as much listening ear to speak freely on certain situations and topics on stuff. So it's difficult to really sit and think about some of the stuff that we didn't talk about as growing up, about, just relationships and stuff like that. So as we grow and then we get into these relationships, with people, with women, we get in relationships, and it's like we barely know how to, like, address certain things and have a conversation about certain things and have a boundaries about stuff, like what bothers you, what, like, you keep, again, hiding and having a defensive mechanism and going through life like, man, you keep doing things to deflect, what you really should be talking about. And it's like you really dealing with stuff internally, and when these topics come up, you lash out, you're arguing about stuff, you're insecure about stuff. It's difficult for someone to really address you. You don't want to hear nobody talk about, you don't want to, perception and criticism, and, like, it's just so much. But I think it's important for women, to try to just, because they are the nurturers, man. When a good woman, comes to you and you see them, or you speaking with them, and you go out on dates and you treat them nice, they do open up. I mean, when they feel comfortable and they feel comfortable, they open up. I mean, I've had, friends and, women friends that, I've had conversations with that they do open up, but that's far few in between. You know what I'm saying? But if you treat them nice, and I'm dealing with, a real relationship right now. Me and my woman has been through, just some things of conversations and getting it through stuff. So now it's like we're starting to come full circle with this and really starting to open up and really starting to talk. Awesome, so man. It's possible to do.
Absolutely, it's definitely.
It's possible.
I mean, you gotta. So people, and for my lady, I made sure that I was very much so interested in her, and you know, and she was interested in me too, but I made sure that we talked on a different level first. I mean, everything happened so fast. Everything did happen so fast because it's like, you know, y'all meet each other, you know, um, we make it a relationship. She gets pregnant, and she's engaged. We're engaged within a year.
Okay.
Like that's a lot. Like you have a baby and all that stuff. So it wasn't real slow, but
that's boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but we like it was like months before we did anything like sexually anything.
Months. Oh wow.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
How about
like,
that? Shout out to everybody that's wait months.
Yeah, and I think it was a great thing because good sex is to me is a poison. That's like poison ivy to you, bro. You know, because somebody can give you good sex and all you saying is the sex.
Yeah.
You know, you don't see the fact that every other place, you know, she's not making you better. She might be making you better in the bed, but now she making you better in the bed. And when y'all finish, you going to be a pro athlete in sexual encounters with another woman that's going to make you good in the bed. When does it get old? So why not just stimulate the mind and make love to her mind, and let her make love to your mind, and you know y'all can understand each other better.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, for me, I still study my woman. I still look at her. Like I said, it might sound weird, but I look at her while she sleep. I can tell when she having a bad day or a good. You know, she look like she got like that dolphin look when she. I always mess with her. She got the dolphin smile when she sleep. So I can tell she doing good, or if I then I look at her face and it's important. It's just important for me to see like how she looks, like because she has different expressions while she sleep. Because I feel like when you sleep, you can't hide how you really feel,
right?
Because you're not again having that security blanket.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? That security, the security system is off. Why? Because you sleep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I say all that to say, I'm not saying that people shouldn't have fun, but eventually, when does stuff get old? Because I think what us men are looking for, a lot of women could do it, but they're very reluctant because they're broken.
Yeah,
They're so broken, and us men are broken too. Yeah. So now it's two people trying to put pieces back together again. Yeah. Instead of just starting over somewhere. You know, it's a lot.
And I don't want us to be here today and have it sound as if we're saying that, you know, women have trouble with, you know, certain things, or, you know, of course we all have certain situations where we are going through, but, you know, women have a lot of control. You know, they have a lot of control. And I think that it seems as if, you know, now in these days, they know how to maneuver this world that we live in and, you know, handle themselves a certain way. And they know how to protect themselves. They know how to give themselves out to certain people to get what they want. You know, I think that they understand that, you know, their control, or that the control that they have can be used in certain ways, you know, and I don't want to, this is not a bashing thing about it. I think this is just honest, you know, truth. We respect women, you know what I mean? And on this podcast, we respect women.
Absolutely.
You know, it's nothing on here that we're not disrespecting women at all. Yeah. We're having a honest conversation on how we feel about certain situations.
But not to cut you off, bro. This is exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, from women being broken, some women being broken so much, you had to throw out an apology before you.
Oh yeah, you gotta do that
before you even get started. And I hope you didn't lose your thought, but I just wanted to make that. I wanted to mention that it's almost like, here we go again, another nigga bashing women.
Yeah, then that's not what we doing.
Nah,
so all women is listening. We are not doing that. We respect women, and I want us to be a light on that, because, you know, every day that, you know, I'm out here, I know it's important for women to be respected, because they get so much disrespect out here, to be honest, now in this day and age. And for those women who are, holding the respect factor up where it should be, that they demand respect, in a respectful way, respectfully. We commend you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you taking care of the home. We appreciate you giving us love. We appreciate you giving us, advice, good advice, So that's all the things that women bring to the table. But there is a moment where they have boundaries that are set with them, that they feel as though that they want to protect themselves because they're not sure how. And I'm not saying that women that's in committed, even if you're in a committed relationship, women do go through. I know they go through certain situations where they just have so much on their minds that the way that they're looked at. The black women got to go through so much. With jobs, with relationships, with life. It's a lot to just carry that. So they have so many things that they go through that they really walk through this life, and they focus on what's going to get them better or what's going to get them in a better position. And sometimes that takes over what takes over what they should probably be doing. Of course, finding a companion to help them. A lot of them, they want to be independent. They want to do it themselves. They want to feel like, I'm in control, and they want to control some men too, and they get men to do things for them. Like, we ain't gonna get too ratchet here on, transparency, but
Transparency
women
Podcast,
women out here doing things, to get what they want. And they don't even they don't even want relationships. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women don't even want to deal with it because they've been through so much trauma and so much disrespect. They like, man, I'm not dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think that, like I said, that part of that controlling, it gets out of control, man.
I think it's so funny, man. I see some of my friends on Instagram, and I'm real cool with them. But I see some, and family members, I see somebody post, don't text me good morning, beautiful. Text me, send me $3,000. I mean,
which bill you gonna pay?
Let's be real. When has somebody ever sent you $3,000? And what if the dude said, okay?
Okay.
A
lot of men out here, man.
And there will be. Okay.
They out here doing it, man. Especially with a certain type of woman. There's women out here.
Certain type of woman
that demands a certain type of man, a certain type of status.
Yeah.
So there are men who does it, but I know what you're saying. Maybe
but my whole question is, how you gonna tell somebody to send something that high probability you don't even got?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's my whole thing. Like, a dude can be really texting you good morning, beautiful, but since it was people that hurt you before that was texting you good morning, beautiful, and that hit a trigger point, how's that his fault? Mm-hmm. He checking on you, saying how good your morning was. And actually, you could be one of the 10 women that he's sending that to. But at the end of the day, he's sending it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's trying to get to know you. And if you don't want him to get to know you, then don't say that on behind his back and say, like, don't text me this, or just say, like, say you don't feel like being bothered or whatever.
I think intentions are important. I think, maybe we should just, I think dating is difficult right now. Like, I'm not out here in a dating situation. I'm not dating. God. But I know a lot of people are talking about how difficult it is to date. And I think that right now, as we speak in 2022, I think it's just like putting the cards out on the table is like where they at right now. It's like your intentions need to be put out there right then and there. Like, if you just want a fun time, you just what you need to say. If you just want to do a certain number of things, travel or, enjoy life and, do your thing, that's what need to be said up front. We can't go into these situations with men. I'm talking to men, of course, to say like, look, I want to be with you. We need to do this. We need to do that. Like, I really, really like you, and you all that, blah blah blah. But that's really not what you really want. Right. You know what I'm saying? You really just want some time with a
right.
You know what I mean?
You just trying to crack.
Just trying to do some stuff with her.
You just trying to crack. Just say it. And I think I got a lot of female friends like that respect that. Like, they'll say, like, a dude to say, like, I'm just trying to crack. I'm just trying to, like, trying to crack that code. Yeah. Whereas though. But at least the guys out here that's really trying to, build something with somebody, crack a even more difficult code.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it makes sense a little bit. Like, some dudes would be like, I just want to crack the code. That's it, right? Crack that code.
Hold on, be a little more specific. What's crack that code mean for the listeners out there, sir?
Cracking the code
pretty
what does that mean is it's time to get it on. You know,
time to get it on. Trying to get the draws,
Mr. and Mrs. Nasty Time. That's cracking the code. That's cracking that code.
Trying to see what it do. You know what I mean?
But it's funny that women to give that combination up quick, but won't give that combination up of longevity
to the real code.
That's the real code.
The access.
You know what I'm saying? That the access that needed to be granted. But then since the dude is cracking that one code, you can call him when you got a mouse in the house. Oh my God, get it. You know what I'm saying? You call him, and then after you get the mouse out the house, you gonna give him you gonna let him crack that code. You gonna punch them digits. But what about like I said, longevity? What about and there's guys out here that's going to treat you good. There's women out here that's going to treat you good. There's women out here that's going to be bad. There's guys going to be out here that's bad. But the brokenness. I will say this, and I didn't want to get away from this. So when you were saying this, I thought about this about my lady, right? So again, like we wasn't doing nothing. We didn't do anything. But I did tell her that I told pretty much the females that I was talking to that pretty much to stop calling me. And the reason why I was told them to stop calling me is because I didn't see any future, with them. And I ain't want to waste nobody's time. Going back to because I used to get the good morning handsome text messages, and I would respond. It got annoying after a while, so I get it. It did get a little annoying after a while because it got
annoying getting the good morning texts.
Where is this going? Because it's like, where is it going? So I get it. I get it. But then it got to the point where I'm just like, I'm not. And to my fiance now, I told her straight up, and she still was talking to somebody. I told her, I said, you know what? God put this on my heart to throw this at you. I'm not talking to nobody no more. I'm not telling you that you don't have to talk to anybody anymore because we're not together. You don't owe me anything. But I am cleansing my mind. I'm cleansing my heart, and preparing myself for you. I think God put that on my heart. So I did that, and she was like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. I said, I know, and I wasn't being arrogant. And I said, I know I don't have to do it, but that makes me feel better doing that.
Yeah.
And eventually she came back. She was like, like a day later, something like that, maybe a couple of days later, maybe she got it out of the system. I don't know. But she just said, I feel the same way. I think I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm just going to focus on you. And I think when you tell people, I think women, I know, and it's difficult. I think women want guys to be leaders, guys to say stuff first.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And be honest, be transparent.
That's for sure.
Just be honest of what you want. And then they'd be like, oh, yeah. I mean, because they think, I promise you, bro, they're thinking it. They're thinking
it. They want us to definitely lead. They want us to be assertive and not beat around the bush and speak exactly what we feel.
Right.
They really appreciate that more than anything. I know that, we hear a lot of that now on social media, of course, and we know what it is when we're in relationships. And, I've been experiencing that personally, so I know that for sure. And, I don't know why maybe some men, of course, if they want to, of course, not being intentional about what they really want or speaking about what they really want, they're going to do the runaround and they're not going to really say what it is. So that's a different thing. But if you are really looking to make something grow and build and, you really feel like you maybe not sure, but you feel like you might want to do that, maybe you need to just say that. Or, if you really want to do it, say exactly what it is, because they'll take that any day. Women want to, and like you said, they want you to be a leader, to step up, to show them, lead by example, show them ways to improve and, show them things, you know what I mean? And not in a negative way, but, a lot of times, men that's out there doing, whatever they do, sometimes we do have a command about being an assertive man off the break. That's just how most men, how we operate. And those type of men most likely have, power or money or organization or whatever, doing something with some type of power. But those are the ones that usually don't give the woman that much time. You know what I mean? So or don't give the woman that much you know, their ear or that just that comfort. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might look at it like comfort is maybe money, but you know, are you really sitting there listening to what they're doing or what they're saying? Are you giving a real, honest, genuine companionship? You know, so I think that's really throws them off too, because, you know, for the man that says, all right, I'm good here, I'm good here financially, I'm good here who I am, I know who I am, and I want to be the leader for this woman, but she's not showing me that she wants that. You know what I mean? But you still gotta go for it. Even though she's not showing you, you still gotta go for it. You gotta
go for it. My lady, she's very quiet. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta learn that person like that. See, for me, I don't have time to, and a lot of guys can do it. Me personally, I do not have time. And maybe this is why I never thought about this until I'm about to say this now. Maybe this is why some females are offended. But I don't have time to focus on any other females but my own.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Right. You know, and some people can throw it everywhere. And then, you know, a woman say, man, I gave you everything I had and you sharing this. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's out there, not everybody, but I don't think, like I said, I think in relationships, I could be wrong, but I think in relationships, a solid B is fantastic in my eyes.
Solid B?
A solid B.
You mean solid B as far as like
grade okay. wise.
So you're saying like if you're doing good in what area is a solid B though? Like what you mean, like communication?
I'm talking about a solid, like everything. So we put everything in it. We put the classwork together. We put the homework together. We put the test together. We put all that stuff into one. And you give me a B, you on honor roll for me.
I mean, the grading system can be slanted, though, or you know, you never know what that grading system might go by.
What if she
like in her book, it might be what you really doing for me to grade you this high. Like some
but that's where the disconnect is, because women that do that, you can do a grading system too. Nobody said you couldn't do a grading system. If I'm a C, can you help me with some coach class or whatever, so I can get to that B right along with you, instead of you put me down to your homegirls or you put me down to your family or blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you trying to create me, but how can you make me better? How can I make you better? This is a team. This is a team.
And as in a relationship, I feel like that is the goal, to get someone to help you get better.
Right. And if you can't have that, then y'all can't have that relationship. Yeah. You know, you can't it's people, like I said, it's people that I had a relationship with. I try to talk to them, and I'm not saying I'm the smartest person in the world. I'm not saying that. But when you talk to people that's not on your level and you're trying to get them to understand stuff and you start talking slow, like
frustrating.
You're talking slow, but you're not talking slow to put them down. You're talking slow for them to understand more. But when it gets frustrating and you talk, and then they come back with like, you're not my father. I'm not trying to be your father.
Oh yeah, you know,
I'm not trying to be your father.
Yeah, and then
that is childish, bro.
That happens.
That's beyond childish.
Sometimes, you know, they may feel it's belittling to try to help them or
we're together.
give them advice.
We're together.
Like, you know, if you do this a little different, you probably get a better success. Together. It's about, of course, explaining that in a respectful way. But yeah, a lot of times that goes back and forth, though. You know, men and women. Sometimes you don't. Listen. It's difficult to get that clear, constructive criticism from somebody and take it in and apply it. That's why you got to do it in a way where it's like a learning experience, a coachable moment, something that can
coach class.
Give them something insightful or funny.
Class.
Throw a joke in there. You know what I'm saying? Throw something like they relate to in there so they can get it. You know what I mean? Because people not just going to get, you did that wrong. You need to fix this. Yeah, that don't work.
Yeah, that's because, like, again, if you are sitting there complaining about somebody that you're with, you're part of the problem. I know, like, again, for me, like, and again, that's why I said a solid B. I mean, even a C, like, but when a person is faulting and D's and all that stuff and E's, a person's, you know, you say, all right, come on, now I can't coach you now, so let's go to counseling. Let's go talk to somebody that can school both of us.
Counselor, life coach, pastor,
life coach. Shout out to Sophia Cox. Sophia Cox. Go call Sophia Cox. You know what I'm saying? Real therapist. Real therapist, you know. But
it takes a lot to do that, though. You know, it takes a lot of maturity takes a lot of faith in God. I mean, you know, again, I always, you know, talk God because he's the leader, he's the creator. Definitely. But you know, having something to hang your hat on and say, look, man, I might not be able to figure this out on my own. We're together. You're good at this. Help me out with this. You know what I mean? And I can help you out with something. But of course, it might come back to the point where it's like, well, look, I'm always helping you out with something. Why you can't help me out? Yeah. But you don't ever ask for help. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't never say you need help. But if you just go into it and say, look, I know you're good at this. I know I'm good at this. Let's sit down and see how we can continue to build each other up. Let's figure out what we can do well together. Let's start a business together. Let's do something to help people together. Let's do you know, something to give back to people. You know, I think it's important to really sit back and peel back some layers of just, you know, true humility. Some true joy of just regular life stuff, and not look to this perception of what people think you should be doing. Right. Like, that ain't gonna never win. You know what I mean? It ain't, you know.
And another thing, I think women are programmed to be, you know, tough. Like, and I actually had to, my lady, I had to kind of break it down to her. And she's still tough. She's still tough. And she's still like, you know, she's still tough. Mm-hmm. But I let her know that it's okay to seem quote unquote weak. You know what I'm saying? She like, I'm a G. You trying to make me cry. And it's just like,
it's a lot of tough women out here, man.
Yeah, very tough. Y'all had babies. We know you're tough.
It's wild.
You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. You done had a bit. You like, you're near death. You're near death. You're doing something that men could never do. Yeah, that is like, I don't care if you get a sex change, whatever. You are not having a kid. Right. You're not carrying a kid for 9 months or 6 months or 7 months, whatever. Like, if you have you know what I'm saying? Women go through some tough things, and we understand. Like, you'll go through something far as, I done seen women, and I know women that had children, went through that entire 9-month run. You have the baby, and guess what? It is no heartbeat to that baby. So now, you're sitting there like, I did all this for what? Wow. That's hurt. That's pain. But our job as men is supposed to be there to pick them up. Again, I don't know how. I don't know what to say. If my son came out stillborn, I wouldn't have known what to say to her. But I know what I would have done. I would have tried to pick the pieces up of me and her and been a leader. Yeah, man. And try to figure it out. It's so much pain that people go through.
That's really a touchy subject, man. And you know, I have a son, and he was born, and you know, when he was born, you know, I don't think that he was breathing when he first came out. Yeah. But you know, they grabbed him and took him to the, you know, the EQ. Yep. And then you know, he was good. But when I walked up on him, he looked bright-eyed. He was looking up. He looked like he was aware of what was going on. Yeah. And I was just, you know, blessed and thankful for that. But yeah, I mean, those moments happen, man. And it's like, you know, as women, man, they go through so much, man. And we want to be very, you know, again, transparent on this podcast, understand that we care about women. We respect women. We know that you all go through a lot. We are just simply you know, we want you all to understand that, you know, there are men out here that want to listen to you, that want to understand you, not just telling you that what you need to do or what you should be doing, or just come in and give me what you got type of thing. That's not what most men, hopefully, I'm speaking on this podcast. I like to speak stuff into existence. I manifest, you know, stuff. So I'm going to say most men do not feel like that. You know, there are good men out here that really want to treat women good. They want to, you know, treat them with respect. We just want y'all to be, you know, open and be women, you know, be women to nurture us. We don't want you to be tough. We don't want you to. We don't want y'all to be. Yeah, we don't want y'all. We don't want y'all to be like that. We want y'all to be cool. Like,
cause somebody come in the house. Somebody come in the house. Your man laying next to you. Somebody come in the house. Like me, I don't listen. Don't answer the door especially if I'm not there. You know, don't answer the door. You know what I mean? If you can answer the door, but me personally, I just don't trust people. But if somebody come in that house, you are not going to be the first one to run downstairs. And he ain't going to be on the bed like, oh my God, get him. No.
Look, hey, women know for a fact they definitely gonna come and get us.
Definitely going.
Most likely.
So
not 9 women out of 10. Now there might be one out there that got the tool ready
might be
to go.
Tippy Tall.
It's some women out there. We're not going.
Tippy Tall.
And we're not going to be like that on this podcast and say there's not women out there.
Yeah, nah. Tippy Tall probably be like,
it's some women out there.
No. She's submissive too. She said she was submissive too, but. Yeah, it's going. It got women. You know what I'm saying? It's some Clarissa Shields out here
that protects the home.
That knock your ass out.
And we want.
You know what I mean?
Look, and we also want to definitely, what should I say? Promote women that do protect themselves. Yeah. Know how to use a firearm. Knows how to defend themselves and be strong. We not putting that down. We're not saying that you should not be able to do that. But we are saying there are moments for us as men in relationships that we want you all to understand that we are here for you. You can, relax with us. We can give you security, strength. But we, as men, we got to do a better job of doing that. We understand that. We understand that there's things that we have to do so you can trust us. There's certain things that we have to lead and show you.
You definitely got to build that trust.
We got to build specific trust, and you got to show them. Women do not go off of
words.
Yeah, they don't go over words. They don't
actions.
They don't go off of just even sight. They gotta see it, feel it, believe it. You gotta actions are important, and we understand that.
And consistency. You can show them. You can show them for a month. One slip up. You going all the way back down to the total.
One bad thing. Yeah.
So you gotta consistently.
That's wild though, man.
One bad thing.
You can do so many things right, and that's another thing as pressure as men that we go through. We can do so many things right. Be on point with so many stuff daily, weekly, monthly. Yep. We can, show real vital information. We can give you results. But as soon as that one thing that we didn't do or that one thing that we messed up on, it gets over expressed and over exercised. And we just wow.
But you know what, though? For me, I let her have it.
Yeah, you got to let them have it.
I let her have it.
You do.
I'm be honest with you. Another thing that I do, and dudes may say, "Oh man, you bitching up," but a lot of arguments happen off of ego, and it's a lot of times that she'll say something that could have been a trigger, that I let slide, and then eventually, like a day later, like I'm like a slow dude as far as that type of stuff, like processing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'll come back a day later. I'll come back a day later and be like, "Damn. That could have been bad, but I see why she said that.
Yeah.
Let me switch this up a little bit."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't got a problem with saying somebody right too.
Yeah. A lot of times that's where an argument or disagreement ends at right there. If you can just say, "Look, I messed up. I apologize."
Tap yourself on the chest. That's me.
I think that, I can do better with that. I'm going to try to do better with that.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I probably heard that from my woman, to be honest. No,
Woo!
let me be honest.
Ain't apologizing.
Let me be honest.
I'm being real.
Let me be honest here. My woman does apologize. She has before.
Yes.
She has before.
But you apologize.
I apologize. Maybe I've done it maybe more times.
Wait,
but she has.
Yeah, I got you.
And again, it's not about bashing women here, but women do not apologize.
They don't.
First.
They don't.
We apologize first.
They don't.
And majority of the time, we're gonna feel like we messed up.
And women, I apologize don't mean giving your guy some head or something like that, or doing apologizing is coming. That's the apology, but it feels a lot better if somebody say, "You know what?
We're gonna,
babe.
We're gonna say it might feel, it feels great.
Better.
It feels great,
baby.
but we need you to actually say you're sorry.
Yeah, just say my apology.
We want you to just say, "Look, I messed up, honey.
Let me rub your shoulders. Let me rub your back." You know what I'm saying?
That goes but you know what? All jokes aside, to be honest, that does go a long way.
That goes a fucking long way. I'm sorry for excusing language. That goes a long way. Listen, because and again, you can get heard from anybody. You can do that, but when somebody can come to you, especially that person that love you, and say, "Yo, you know what? I fucked up. I'll keep cussing. I messed up." You know what I mean? It feels a lot better.
It do.
It
feel good.
And like for me, I apologize quick. I mean, that's anybody, because I feel like the last thing I want is for somebody to go to sleep, been out of shape about something that I offended them about, You know what I mean? I offended you. I can't tell somebody how they should feel. I can't do it. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? I can't
That's
be
a
like,
good point.
I can't be
My
like,
lady does say
well,
that.
you
That's a
did,
good point.
well, you did this, you did. Listen, you first said that I offended you. So I offended you. I apologize. And there's no I apologize about, but you said, no, it's my bad. I apologize.
But that apology also needs to really have some real
meaning
behind it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't, because if you just apologize, then that's not going to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not so.
Right.
We are saying that, apologies are important, but make sure that they really are sincere.
Sincere apology. That way you can move past, the situation. And I just think it's a lot of growth out here for us all individuals, period. That's in relationships, that's single, that's, thinking about getting in relationships. It's a lot of growth out here. It's a lot out here to see. It's a lot out here to share with someone. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing more better than, like I said, you can travel. You can travel with your homegirls. You can travel with your homeboys. But, man, when you get that best friend and y'all seeing the world together, just you and her, or you and him, or him and him, or she and she, whatever you want to call, at the end of the day, when you're doing that, man, and you're enjoying your life, that makes the world, I guarantee you, it makes the world a better place.
Yeah, man. And that doesn't happen overnight, man.
Doesn't.
Like, it takes time to really get to that point, and we all need to understand that. Like, there's going to be bumps. Things are difficult. Things are going to be difficult. The most best success, I believe, or the most best moments that comes in the future have some type of pain behind them, have some type of difficult situation behind them. It's not going to just be all peachy and cream. It's just not going to be like that. And if it is like that, then
God bless you.
Yeah, I'm about to say, like
it ain't like that.
Hopefully it's real. Hopefully y'all good. You know what I mean? But that's a one out of 1,000. One out of a million. But
one out of
a lot. But basically,
only other time I've seen that, I'm gonna be honest with you, only other time I've seen that, and I done seen friends, I done talked to friends, and I had family members, blah blah blah, wasn't in everybody's house. Only time I ever seen that was Coming to America. That's it. Whatever you like.
Coming to America. Whatever you like.
Whatever you like. What song you like? Whatever one you like. Long as I'm the princess, I'm
That's
whatever
so
you like.
That's funny. But yeah, man. I mean, if you you want to have a woman that's going to challenge you and disagree with you about some stuff. You don't want nobody. You don't want a woman that's going to be like, yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, babe, I do this. That gets annoying. It's not real. It's not facts. It's not. You're not being real. You're just doing that. Who knows why you're doing that? But that's not real. You want a woman to challenge you to be who they are, come with some substance in your life to improve your life for a purpose. Y'all should be a relationship for a purpose. And I think that
what's the purpose?
I've learned a lot of that, you know what I mean, in my relationship. And I think that, as I'm getting older, I understand purpose is important, man. Like I've been a better communicator since I've been with my woman.
Mm-hmm.
I've been able to, manage money a lot better since I've been with my woman. Mm-hmm. A lot of stuff, man. And I don't have a problem with saying it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah, most definitely. You gotta give credit. Man, my life is a lot better since she came in my life. She been in my life for 3 years and some change, and 3 years and 3 and some change, and my life has changed. How I look at things, how my emotions are about things. Like I said, but that's coach class. That's the coach class. But you got to be accepted. You got to be able to be like, okay, I want to do this. And fully invest into what you're doing. Yeah. This is your life, and this is somebody that's, guiding you through from a female's perspective or a male's perspective. For our women listening, if it's a good guy that you're dealing with, and he's trying to talk to you about something, God put that on his heart.
Yeah.
Hear him out.
That's a
Just
fact.
hear him out.
That's big.
Just hear him out. And just check him out. Just check out what you love him enough. Why would you sleep in a bed with somebody that you're not going to listen to at all?
I don't understand.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. So that's a real good point, man.
You know what I mean?
Why you can sleep with me, you can do all these things with me, but you don't want to listen to me?
You're not listening. You're not listening. And nobody's saying like everything I say, you better listen. No. You're going to allow me to waste my breath on you. And you know what I'm saying? I'm wasting my breath. I'm putting my thoughts together. I'm telling you this is how it looks right here.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you disagree with it or you don't disagree with it. But at the end of the day, or I'm sorry, whether you disagree with it or you agree with it. But at the end of the day, you are not always right.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
You're not always right. So if you have somebody here, like I said, placed in your life, trying to drop some knowledge to you and giving you information, just check them out. This is not a random guy on the street or a random woman on the street.
Right.
Somebody that you only knew for 2 minutes and they giving you information.
Right.
You don't have to wonder if that's an angel that God sent to you on the street. This is an angel laying right next to you.
Right.
You wake up every morning next to this person. You serve them food. Not serve. I don't want to say serve because, again, women get mad.
Things.
You know what I'm saying? But you make them dinner and you give them a plate.
Right.
You get this person a plate. They watching a football game at your house, at the house, and all this stuff. All this stuff. We do all this stuff together. But when I bring something to the table, you just want to say, nah.
Do you think, I don't know, and that was just you saying it, like, that's what women were taught that they do. Like, they feed us, you know, they give us, you know, pleasures or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think they just never was taught that, you know, also you should listen to your man or take advice from your man, or do you sit back and feel like you need to disagree with your man because that's what you may thought that women do? Like, I mean, I don't know, man. It just seemed like certain situations of women when they grow, you know, they were taught and saw certain things, you know what I mean? So there's no really manual on how to really be a good wife. I don't know.
Think so.
You know what I mean? So do you think like they was taught certain things and it's just how they were brought to, you know, things that they do?
I think women, and again, this is pain, right? But I think that women were taught by seeing what they thought they saw.
Okay.
Meaning, you know, oh, my grandfather was cheating on my grandmother, or you know, my father this or this and that, and I never let that happen to me. But you wasn't there, you wasn't present, or you were there, but you wasn't in that bedroom.
Right.
You don't know what your grandmother did to your grandfather.
Right.
You don't know what your mother did to your father.
Right.
You don't know what your we can't sit here and just blame father or blame mother or blame whoever when it wasn't your fucking relationship. And I keep cussing. I'm sorry, man. But I'm getting passionate. I'm getting passionate.
This is our podcast. You can say what you want, brother. You know what I'm saying?
But
I know for our listeners, you don't usually curse, but this is very passionate. This is a passionate conversation, and hopefully that you understand that we are passionate about this conversation right now.
But you know, you're allowing somebody else's story to run your life. Listen, I love my mother. I love my father. The stuff that they went through, I'll get my father's perspective about it. I'll get my mother's perspective about it. They'll say whatever they want to say to me or whatever. But whatever it is, like I said, again, it's my father's story, my mother's story, and it's the truth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, in this entire podcast, we're going to be able to say if somebody listened to this podcast, the consumer listened to this podcast, and they brought you and I and sat us in different rooms and told us write down 5 things that I guarantee you we wouldn't hit on the same 5 things.
It just wouldn't happen.
And it's not like we're lying. It's just that
it's 2 different perspectives.
It's 2 different perspectives.
We're human beings,
right?
Like we have our own personal body and being and listening. Like we listen to certain things, we say certain things. We're not going to be able to just say the specifics. Like this is what it is.
Right.
Everybody see things different,
and that's the damaging thing that people are allowing to mess up their relationships. They're allowing that to mess up their relationships because they see stuff that they think they see, but you don't know the full truth. And it's not meant for you to know the full truth. It's meant for you to live your life. It's meant for you to do what you're supposed to do. It's meant for you. It's things that's thrown at you in your life. Mm-hmm. It's things that are thrown at you in your life, but you're going to ignore that and look at what happened to your mother. Yeah. Or what happened to your father, or what happened to your grandmother or great grandmother. This is stuff that happens. You know, you're 30 years old, but your grandmother's 90, and you're talking about shit that happened to her in 1915.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You have no clue. Like, this was way before you was born.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
That's real.
So mind your business.
That's true.
Mind your business and handle your business.
That's a fact. That's a good way to put it, brother. I'm not going to front. That's a very good way to put it, because we cannot base our future on our parents'
Past.
or our grandparents' past. Or
and that past was a long time ago. They past was when
things was way
Presley,
different.
Elvis Presley was doing the shuffle and all that stuff.
Way different.
Malcolm X, they say Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? This is when, you know, in the past, you know, grandma had a crush on James Brown.
Right.
Grandma got a crush on James Brown, and now you got a crush on Chris Brown.
Right.
They're different. You know what I mean?
That's real though, man. And to really bring it, you know, like to table, like you saying, like, you know, their relationship was their relationship for a reason. Like, came together, they made their adjustments, they did what they could. Yeah. And like you said, they saw a portion of the relationship. They did not see every single part of their relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, you know, we've seen our parents' relationship. We didn't see every single part of our parents' relationship. You know what I mean? I've heard, you know, good stories about my mother and my father's relationship a lot. Yeah. But I've also seen some things that I was like, well, it didn't seem like that. It didn't seem, you know what I'm saying? But we can't never base our perception of what we want for us off of our parents and our grandparents.
And guess what? My kids, all of them will tell you that I do not share nothing about their mothers with them. I don't. I'm not. I'm just not, because the last thing I want is for, you know, you to be looking at your mother a certain way, and not only that, you carrying your life, you carrying that weight. It's not necessary weight. Yeah. It's not your business. It's not. It's not what you. Like I said, it's not your business. It's not your weight. It's not for you to worry about. Right. You are alive. Your father's alive. Your mother's alive. Whether they're together, they're not together, they are still here. Or if they're not here, you know, the best thing you can do is represent your mother and father well. Right. You know, unless only thing I will say is, unless you seen your father or your mother, you know, is a very toxic relationship where they're fighting.
Yeah,
they're
like
fighting.
Every day. Now that's
or spitting in somebody's face or something like that. Because again, you can be like, you might have caught the bad. It's almost like football, you know what I mean? When they throw a flag, when they throw like a personal foul flag, they don't catch the first person. You might have seen your father smack the hell out your mother, but what you did miss was your mother spitting in your father's face.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
And he ain't gonna turn around to your little ass and be like, "You see, she spit in my face. She spit in my face." Right. You just gonna be like, "Damn, Dad beat the shit out of mine."
That's a very good point. Very good.
You know,
point.
Not saying it's okay.
Yeah, but we're not condoning that. We're not saying that's good to do. We're
just
not
saying you don't know.
That. We have to make sure we understand that here on this platform. We're not saying that, but you know, like you saying, you're not sure what that reaction caused or how that reaction from that reaction happened. Like every reaction has a reaction. Like we don't know. Right. And you know, we can only try to be as civil, respectful as possible. We human. We have situations where things don't go our way, but listening to each other out, being respectful for one another, feelings, empathy, patience. Those are the things I've been trying to work on as much as possible. And I feel like I've been doing good with that as a man. You know, and it's about both of us in a relationship, both parties in a relationship, understanding that you have to give both need to give that. One person just can't be given that and then the other one doesn't. You know what I mean? So we can't, again, go off of what happened in the past on other relationships or what you think somebody else's relationship looks like or what they think their relationship is going or doing. You got to focus on yours. Try to do the best you can. Help others if you can as well. And might be in another predicament with real like life situations and things that you can like point to help them out. Experiences. So yeah, man. You know, we want women to be open. We want women to be women, you know, and support, you know, trust. You know, women don't trust a lot of men. You know, women don't give men the benefit of the doubt a lot of times. Women don't really give men a chance a lot of times. And then when they do, there is a guy that does something stupid and messes up for a lot of guys.
Yeah, it does.
And then a lot of women out here are broke and running around and don't want to give no guy no time because situations happened in the past. Now, you got to forgive. You got to try to, you know, work through that. Don't get me wrong, but you can't do that to every single guy you come across. You know,
you can't. But I will say this, fellas, man. To the fellas, just be honest. Just tell her. Don't tell her that she's beautiful. Tell her that her ass is beautiful. That's what attracts you. or her skin complexion. That's what attracts you. Or the way she walks, that attracts you. Or she's bow-legged. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know anything about her, and you ain't trying to get to know her. So let her know and see where it gets you. Don't lie to her. Tell her, oh man, you the baddest thing in the, you know what I'm saying?
Or also, cut you off. I'm just saying. Also, on the other hand, allow them. I mean, talk to them and allow them to also give you that companionship that you want. You know what I mean? Like, if you want somebody to talk to, just to rap to, if you want somebody to really help you, to push you, or you want somebody to give you some advice, or you want somebody to just really sit down and build with, tell her that. You know what's
funny? You know what's funny? It's funny that you bring it up. I got a lot of homegirls right now on dating sites now, right? And they meet a dude, and I've been told this like a lot of times. I've been told this by my homegirls that, you know, they'll meet a dude on there and they'll be like, nah, he just gonna be in friend zone. He seemed like a real cool dude, but I don't like him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they will tell him straight up, like they'll tell him that's the difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, us as men, man, we do look at females like, oh man, I just want to get that. You know what I'm saying? Even like it don't matter if you're friend zone and not, man, just try, bro. Like, just try to crack that code, man. Just crack that real code, not the sexual code. You know what I'm saying? The mental code,
the mind,
mind code, and let her know, like my woman. If we are not together after today, she knows that our entire existence of our relationship was me, like I was protecting her. I was a safe space. I always protected her. You know what I'm saying? Again, her back hurts, I rub her back. Her feet hurts, I rub her feet. She needs something, you know what I'm saying? I make sure I'm there for her. But vice versa. She does the same for me. You know, it gotta be reciprocated well. But it's a lot of times that you on in relationships, you're gonna be given 100%, and that person's tired that day, and she's gonna be given like 0 or 10% or 15, and or flip it around. A guy might be tired, and he might be given. It's not that he's cheating on you; it's just he's a little physically tired. So if he's physically tired, and you know you've been running, he been running straight like on 100%, 100%, 100%. You've been doing 15. You've been chilling. Now it's time to tap him on the shoulder instead of accusing him of doing something or him not. He just could be tired. Yeah. Just say, babe, relax.
Yeah.
You know, my lady told me sit down. She say, you know, relax. She actually rolled her eyes at me when I said I had to record today. She like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know?
Right.
But no, it's about relax. I mean, but that safe space though.
Yeah, that safe space is very important. If we can understand
to us too.
Yeah, if we can understand that, you know, we can go a longer way of more. We can get so much more done if we both understand we're in a safe space. And you got to have that want to do that though for somebody. You know what I mean? You don't just get that from a couple of encounters.
No,
you know, you don't just get that off the break because somebody look good. You don't get somebody. I mean, you know, sometimes, but you know, we gotta get to know someone to give them that safe space because it comes along with being compatible and respectful, but you gotta want to provide that for someone. That doesn't just get click on. So
it's a shot in the dark. These relationships are shot in the dark. So I'm telling you, I'm not telling everybody to jump off a balcony and say, you know, like I said, I had full faith in what I felt God was telling me about my lady, and I just stopped talking. And there's people that I told that, you know, they were cool people, but they were just going to be cool. But I wasn't going to make it anywhere if I still was talking to them. Like on it, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, unfortunately, we wasn't going anywhere. So I broke it down to them and said it. But it helped me out to clear my mind.
Yeah.
You know, it cleared my mind. And like I said, I'm not telling everybody that, hey, that's what you should do. But it helped me. You know what I'm saying? What you did might have helped you. What that person might do help them. But, you know, like
do what's good for you, man.
Like and I wanted to hit on this too because a lot of people are upset at Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, man. And I hate getting in people relationships because I don't know too much. I don't know anything about that relationship really.
Yeah.
But again, just me looking at that, I was talking to one of my best friends, and this what she said she would have done. And I know probably my fiance would have did this too.
Mm-hmm.
When Will Smith was trying to get up,
Mm-hmm.
she would have grabbed me.
Okay.
She would have grabbed me and wouldn't allow that to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this could potentially be, because
a life-changing situation.
Yeah, and this is the biggest night of your life.
Biggest night.
You never had an Oscar before.
Biggest
High
night.
probability you're going to get an Oscar.
Yeah.
The devil is going to creep in. Do not take the bait. Mm-hmm. Especially that.
That's that, man.
And my old lady, I'm telling you, she would have grabbed me. We don't got time for that. We're about to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
We're about to win an Oscar. Because if I win, you win.
Yeah.
We're about to win an Oscar. And that movie was you know what I'm saying? And I think he
Good movie, by the way.
Yeah. And he just felt the pressure. I think he just felt the pressure of, again, protecting his woman. And he I seen a quote. I gotta get his book. Because I love Will Smith. But I gotta get his book. But he basically was talking about how his father, he watched his mom get beat up by his father. And eventually his father was in a wheelchair, and he thought to himself, and this is a grown man thinking about this, about his father, right? He looking at his father in a wheelchair like, now I can get him.
Wow.
Now I can get him. Now I can, you know what I'm saying? I can, because he crippled, now I can get him.
Right.
You know? But I say that all to say the pressure, the immense pressure that he had. I guarantee you, if Will Smith, if we sat down, if he was sitting down next to us, he probably would say, nah, bro, I wouldn't do that again.
I would think so.
I wouldn't do that again.
I really think so.
I regret that.
I know I know you was continue on that.
Nah, I was just going to say that, and just looking at their relationship, I feel like, just me looking, I feel like Will protects her a lot. But it's just me. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like she doesn't protect him.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I don't like to. Okay, we've spoken about certain, the situation, of course, before. I'm not saying we not talk about this situation because it's been on the news forever. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's been ongoing, of course, and like we haven't addressed it here because that's something that, of course, we just talk about real life situations, and then if they come up, they come up. Yeah. And it's not about always just talking about what's new, what's going on right now. That's not what we do. But in this situation, this topic actually does it's conjoined with what we're saying. Yeah. So I think that even from the August Alsina stuff, the entanglement stuff, the her not being that attracted to him, and her making that known, and on certain situations, or where they are now, I mean, like, she probably has a lot of control in this relationship, it seems, and like she does a lot of things for the family. I mean, she's home, she probably does a lot of the things that we don't know about. Mm-hmm. He's probably doing a lot of work, what I mean? So there's things that she's probably is doing that we do not know about, that she got a lot of pressure on her as well. Yeah. So she probably is, going through some things, at home or whatever. But, and then when, those situations like that may arise, she does want to feel protected. She does want to feel like, I want my man to stand up for me because I'm at home standing up. I'm doing a lot of stuff in home. And I think a lot of women go through that as we speaking about, so. It is unfortunate that at that moment, Will took such aggression, to do that to somebody that he knows, and somebody that he's worked with, someone that he's, you would think as someone he respects, and
I guarantee you respect him. Right?
I mean, I'm not saying maybe I would think, man, at some point, but I mean, for him to do that, I'm just saying, for him to do that, to him. And of course, he's a comedian. He says something, that joke or whatever. I would have thought that maybe he would not got up at that moment, but actually maybe addressed him after the Oscars.
Behind the Oscars.
And really addressed him about it and talked to him about it and not really jumped out there at that moment on the front stage of the, the world to do. And it does say about his mental state. It talks about their relationship a lot. It speaks to like, where they are right now, because a lot of things are getting, spoken about on where he's with the bands and, who knows what the repercussions from it now. Like in that moment, and that shows you, man, do not throw away so much of your hard work. Now, I'm not going to say because of a woman. I'm not going to say because of your relationship. I'm going to just say because of your emotions. Because women got to understand we endure so much stuff. We have to.
It's a lot of pressure.
We have to understand, like, look, I'm making this decision for us, right? You might not think I'm protecting you. Right. But I'm making a decision for us right now to protect us in the long run. I will address that. Give me a chance to address it when I need to address it.
Yeah,
do
not a man be a man.
Man, right. Do not tell me when I need to address something because I know when I need to address something because I'm going to handle it. And that's where women have a very hard time understanding.
Did she say, because to me, it's like, he laughed about it, right?
He laughed about it.
And then she looked at him. Did she say, sick him? It's how they did.
Who knows what was said. You know what I mean? Who knows how she said it? But we know, I mean, again, we don't know what was said, but we know that was something there that she was unhappy about. Yeah. And he noticed that she was unhappy. And as a man, we do understand the fact, like, look, right then and there, you might be like, look, he might have had a few drinks. He might have was like, he feeling himself a little bit. Yeah. There's no excuses for it. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but it might have been, but it was a lot of that on top of the situations with it, previously with Chris. All that went through his mind probably at the moment, like, yo, this is not going to happen here. Not on this stage. I'm going to address this right now because this is what I need to do right now. And as men, we cannot do that because we throw away so much.
We throw so what?
Just to say, I'm going to just be a man right now. I'm going to handle this right now.
Because on a bigger scale, it's a lot of dudes that was protecting their women and killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Suppose, and I'm not, but suppose Will Smith smacked him and Chris Rock fell on the ground and hit his head and had a seizure and died. Then what? You know what I mean?
It could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. Absolutely. And there's a lot of people sitting in jail. I always say this. A lot of people that's sitting in jail defending the honor of their women unnecessarily at that moment. Sometimes you gotta take them small L's and win later.
It's a lot of pressure on us, man. And we want to protect women. You know what I mean? But there is a time and a place to do so. And he could have addressed that. He could have even addressed it at that moment in a different way. We understand that. Just to make her feel good. Because there is a moment where we have to make them understand we're going to address this. We're going to protect you. You have to do something in that moment. But you do not go out and jump out there and jump off the boat, bro.
Especially if it's not.
You can't do that.
To me, especially if it's not you. Like, I'm a protector, right? But I'm not doing no gangster stuff. That's just not in my DNA. Because if I do that, like, I'm bound to make a whole bunch of mistakes. Number one, my woman, how she protects me is we're not going to be in that situation anyway. Like,
I was going to say, do you think she was surprised that he did it? Because if you're in a relationship with somebody, what their temperament is. Yeah, you know who they are. So like, if you're saying, like, why would she, like you said, did she think he was gonna go up there and do that? Like, because if she did know, she probably should have grabbed him, like you said, like, yo, hold up, what you doing? Don't do that. Right. She probably was just like, oh snap, he's really about to get up and do this. Like I'm saying, like, and then of course, I hope you keep your thought, but like, was she surprised? You think?
Right.
Because she says something, but we don't know until they actually sit down and talk about it.
I don't know. I think she was. It's kind of like you know what I'm saying. Like, it don't matter. Whereas though, because it's not like I was throwing this. If somebody said something about Will Smith, where she had got up and did that, and I don't know her, but I probably not.
Nah, she ain't doing that.
Yeah, so
I don't think so.
So
I think she would maybe say something, but I don't think she would do that. Who knows?
So the long story short, man, in relationships, if they can work, you know what I'm saying? If we got some cement and we got some bricks and we got a nice foundation to keep building, man, I'm not letting a bullshit low natural disaster ruin what I got. I'm not. And we just gonna keep building.
Yeah.
You know, you might have to separate people. I've noticed just to keep people, like I might post a picture of a pretty ass because she pretty. You know what I'm saying? I think we look good together. But nobody's gonna know our business. She could really be slapping the hell out of me behind the scenes, but nobody won't know. I can be, and I think that's another thing that helps. You keep the people out of your business. You know, even your friends, like, you know, you keep them out of your business. Like, they can ask, like, how is this person doing? You know, you let them know how they doing or whatever, but you don't gotta go into detail. And then also, I think, like I said, like, you get that person security and confidence in what it is, and I think they'll be okay. They can just build off of that.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, okay. But women, you gotta allow, like I said, men to be men.
Yeah.
And be the protector. And true men. We're not talking about people that's, you know, on the fence. If this guy is here to help raise you, and his children, whether they're his stepchildren, his biological children, if he's here to build, allow him to build. You know, allow him to, because you're gonna need him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna need him. Circumstances, he's gonna need you.
Yeah.
So why don't you both be? And it's not. I don't think there's anything wrong with a man being submissive to certain things. You know, because you don't know everything. You know. You don't know everything, and that's that. I think that's how that works, man. I think you'll be fine if, you know, you put your guards down and you allow the work to be work.
Yeah, man. I think that that sums it up. You know, that sounds like a good way to conclude this one, man. That was good stuff.
Man,
really good stuff.
Man, we was up here preaching the gospel up here, bro.
Good stuff today, man. Really good topic. You know, every woman that hears this, hopefully it get a better understanding on how we feel. You know, on certain things when it comes to just them. You know, but this is just about helping relationships and helping people in general. So anything we said, of course, is just, you know, us being honest and trying to just help a situation. You know, give some light to any situation that, you know, it can touch. So that's what we're doing here at the Transparency Podcast.
Hey,
you feel me?
That's
the Transparent Podcast. So yeah, man.
So I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Please like, share, subscribe. And again, I go by the name of Big O, and this is Moody.
Moody, man. Yeah.
And this is the Transparency Podcast.